Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Hommocks Park Ice Rink and LMC Varsity Sports presentation of Mamaroneck Ice Hockey. With Cameron Gossamer, I'm Steven Astis. Cameron, this is going to be a fantastic matchup between two rivals. Pelham Pelicans have had Mamaroneck's number for the past 8 matchups. They have been victorious. What are the keys to today's game?
Yeah, absolutely. Mamaroneck has lost to them the past 2 years, one in the playoffs and one in a very tough game last year. Mamaroneck has relied on mostly Michael Carducci, Harrison Freed, Harrison Schreiber. But the key to the game here is their good defense, quick passes, stay out of the penalty box. It's really the way they're going to win the game.
So Michael Carducci, as you mentioned, has been the leader of this team for a couple years now. He was part of the state championship roster, and he's normally a goal scorer, but as we were discovering, looking at the statistics over the season, he's really been more of the setup man.
Yeah, I think because he's so good, he just tries to find the open man and not as selfish as one of the other players would be. Tries to pass to the open player to make them score the goal.
So we'll see how Pelham keys off of that and whether they're able to handle the Mamaroneck attack. But for now, that'll do it here in the pregame. We'll be back with the opening faceoff here on LMC Varsity Sports. So here we are for the opening face-off. It will be Harrison Freed facing Jonah Kraftowitz. Mamaroneck sends it back into their own zone and controls it beyond the red line. Battle for the puck, handled by Tom Conley. Comes across and a shot by Lavin. Is saved and gloved well by Liam Ronan. And we'll have a face-off in the Pelham zone.
Colin Lavin just went flying into the boards down there. Hope he's all right.
Pelham controls the face in their own end. Looks to clear it. And it goes all the way down. It was touched up, so will not be icing. And Pelham has an opportunity in front. Mamaroneck works it around the boards, and here is Freed coming again. Tries to get it over to Lavin. No dice. Lavin now has it. Skates to the far side. Looks for Carducci in the middle. Crosses it. Carducci's not in position. And the puck comes free. Pelham has a little trouble clearing it, but now has it free. They send it up, and it will be a line change as Jack Freed covers up, and it will be a face-off in the Mamaroneck zone.
Both teams are kind of looking a little sloppy over here because I saw one of the Pelham defensive men were mishandling the puck and couldn't get it on the stick.
We'll see if Mamaroneck's able to take advantage of that here in the early going. You know they want to jump on the scoreboard as quickly as possible, so things don't get too tight. Mamaroneck always plays better with a lead, gives them the freedom to do what they want. Freed sends it in the middle. Oh, almost finds its way through off Daubelman's stick. Ryan DeHasia has it up top, gives it to Carducci, glances off his stick, and here comes Pelham the other way. Michael Goldman controls it, gets it around Ryan DeHasia, and then sends him into the boards, chasing after it. Pelham has it for a moment. Carducci fights for possession. Tommy Light races out to the top. They have to send it around. Pelham able to keep it in. Keeps it in once again. Good hit there by Giroux. And Ryan DeHasia sends it up. Unable to clear the zone once again. Ryan DeHasia has it. Carducci with a nice play between his legs, but turns it over in the neutral zone, and Pelham has it momentarily before Mamaroneck sends it again into the far side. Carducci races to position. The fight for the puck on the far boards is controlled by Pelham as they clear it out.
Mamaroneck definitely has to start putting on the pressure because they can easily win this game if they do.
Chris Watrova sends it into the neutral zone and gets it back. Now sends it across, hoping Lucas Pearson would be able to get up to it. And we have a stoppage. Icing is the call. So as you said, Cameron, a little bit sloppy here in the early going. Mamaroneck trying to feel out this Pelham squad. Definitely can't take them too lightly, coming in at 5-7-3, whereas Mamaroneck is 13-2-3. But as we talked about in the pregame, they've lost 8 straight to the Pelicans, and they do not want to suffer a loss here coming towards the end of the season.
Again, as I said, they got to start putting on the pressure because once they do, this Pelham team will collapse and they will win.
Charlie Dente sends it into the zone where Harrison Freed, the co-captain, races to try and possess. He's double teamed there, gets it out to Conley, and Pelham sends it across. Attempt by Dente to break it up in the neutral zone is no good. Pelham sends it in, and Watrova controls it behind the board, behind the goal.
So there's a penalty.
Too many men on the ice is the call on Mamaroneck. It is a minor. Will be 90 seconds in the box for Tommy Light, the senior forward.
See if Pelham can take advantage of here because of the bad penalty taken by Mamaroneck.
So first man advantage for Pelham. We'll see what they can do with it. Puck stays in the corner and we have a whistle. So we have a minor slash on Alex McLean. Will even things up here as McLean takes a trip into the penalty box.
It's a lucky break from Mamaroneck.
Definitely fortunate, as it also goes down and will be a face-off in the Pelham zone. And with the open ice and 4-on-4 play, should be a major advantage here for the superior Mamaroneck skaters.
Let's hope they can capitalize on the opportunity.
Pelham has control, sends it all the way across. Watrova to Carducci, coming back the other way. Carducci tries some fancy stick work, unable to get it past the Pelham defender. Montanarella does a good job of stopping Carducci's advance. And here comes Devin Alvarez down the far side. Alvarez with a nice centering pass, no one to get it to, and here comes Carducci the other way. Carducci has it taken away, and Lavin sends a slap shot from the blue line wide. And you can hear from the Pelham fans as Carducci lifts on the hit behind the goal. Icing is the call there, so we'll bring it back down to the Pelham end and do it all over again.
Yeah, as Devin Alvarez was skating down into the Mamaroneck zone, they let him skate right in. That could have been 1-0. 1-0 Pelham. So.
Harrison Freed will take the face-off once again. Pelham sends it back behind the goal. It ricochets off. And Liam Ronan covers up, and we'll have another face-off. Nate Rosenberg versus Harrison Freed. Controlled by Connor Evans. He goes to the ground, and it will be tripping on Mamaroneck. So we'll go back to a man advantage for 5 seconds.
No, not this one, not this one, not this one.
Jake, it's a bad song to play.
Change the song.
Penalty is called on Harrison Freed. So he'll spend a minute 30 in the box. We'll have 4 on 3 for 5 seconds. Shot deflected. Good job by the freshman, Jack Freed, in between the pipes. Alvarez lost control of the puck there. Back to even. The deflection off Conley's stick doesn't get to Carducci, but Conley controls it himself. Oh, he has a chance at the shot. Connor Evans does a great job of poke checking it away. And there's Carducci poke checking it back into Conley and the scrum of Pelicans.
Good job on Mamaroneck here, keeping it in the Pelham zone, keeping them from ultimately scoring.
Michael Goldman tries to control it with his hands, is unable to do so. Now he has it on his stick, sends it back into his zone as Conley gives chase. And now there is Giroux sending it. Oh, he whiffs on the attempt to send it all the way around the boards. And now Carducci controls it into the neutral zone. He gets across, he has an opportunity towards the net. No good. Still fighting for possession on the near boards. Watroba off the top. Shot is deflected by Jake Ryan. And the puck stays in the Pelham zone. So Carducci gives chase behind the net. He controls it. He has 2 players in front. And the shot sent softly. I think that was actually a pass that made its way all the way to Liam Ronan. So we'll have another face-off in the Pelham zone.
Great job of Mamaroneck on the penalty kill. Pretty much spending the whole time in the Pelham zone and pretty much have no defending. Basically offense.
So both penalty opportunities squandered by both sides. There's Giroux on the rebound. Keeps it in. Michael Torre does a good job of deflecting it back. Freshman Max Nadev in the game now for Mamaroneck. And we have a whistle and a stoppage. Luke Wasong asked for some clarification. We weren't able to hear what it is, but regardless, it will be a face-off. Oh, the puck went out of play. Sorry, a crowded press box here. We weren't able to see where that puck went. Pelham with the shot wide. Fight between freshman Ben Boren and senior Michael Goldman for Pelham. For possession of the puck, Pelham gets it on the opposite side, near boards. They have it up top. Evans tries to deflect it off Solomini's stick. No good. Here comes Pelham. Here comes Mamaroneck, rather, the other way. Nada braces for the hit. Loses the puck. And Wasong tries to clear it. Good job there by Michael Goldman for Pelham to keep the puck in the zone. But Mamaroneck controls it once again. Good pass there from Ben Boren. Sent back on goal. That will count as a save for Jack Freed. Boren has it up the right side. He is hit hard by Alex McLean. He withstands the hit. Mamaroneck still has possession and now loses it. Watroba has it up at center ice and now sends it in as all his players clear the zone. Dente has it, sends it back in as Matt Marcus clears the zone and will give chase once again. Watroba puts it back off the boards and towards the net. And here comes Christian Morfitt the other way for Pelham. Centering pass, ooh, finds Jake Freed's leg pad, but he's able to kick it away or flick it away with the butt of his stick. Dangerous play there by the blue line, as Charlie Goldman of Pelham does a good job of sending it back in. Matthew Tucciaroni gives chase as Pelham brings it all the way back behind the goal. There's an opportunity for Pearson, who sends it on goal, and it is saved by Ronan. We'll have another face-off.
Pelham's doing a good job of putting hits on Mamaroneck left and right and pretty much having majority of the chances here in the first period.
Coach Ed Witz has obviously coached them to be as physical as possible.
He knows how tough Mamaroneck is, and he knows how their season is going, and he's trying to beat them as any way possible.
Pelham with an opportunity there, but Montanarella unable to get a good blade on the puck. There, the shot is deflected wide off of Mamaroneck's skate. Wetruba with some physical play, but the shot by Alvarez is saved by Freed.
Good opportunity for Pelham as Mamaroneck left him wide open in the slot.
Freed has been impressive in these past several games, standing on his head, as they say, shutting down many high-scoring opponents in this nice little streak of wins that Mamaroneck has put together late in the season. Pelham continues to control things. Mamaroneck, not too many extended chances in the offensive zone. We'll see if they can get something going here.
They're not as crisp on their offense as they usually are, and Pelham is taking advantage of it.
Pelham playing like the sharper team,
yeah.
Cameron.
Like I said earlier, they're hitting on them left and right and taking advantage of many of the chances they got in the front of the net.
There is Schreiber getting the pass from Carducci. Two captains. Oh, and Carducci is tripped by Connor Evans, and so Evans will take a seat in the box, and we'll have a Mamaroneck power play.
It's a good opportunity for Mamaroneck to gain some opportunities back, maybe even score a goal, see if they can take advantage of it.
They've got to find the net here with 4:05 remaining in the first period. They definitely want to get on the board and get control of this matchup.
As I said earlier, Steve, they usually do well in the rest of the game if they're up after the first period, so let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Carducci wins the face, but they're unable to control it. Pelham clears on net, but Wetruba controls it, brings it back around, and Mamaroneck will set up their attack. Long pass to Carducci, controlled back to Wetruba. Wetruba comes near boards and brings it into the offensive zone, sends it all the way around. Schreiber back over to Lavin. Carducci behind the net, looks for a teammate. Finds Schreiber. Schreiber centering pass, just wide by Lavin. Carducci now to Wetruba. Wetruba over to Schreiber. Schreiber fakes the pass to Wetruba and brings it over to Carducci. He is sent into the boards, and Schreiber trips, but Carducci has it and puts it in top shelf. 1-0 Mamaroneck.
Great job, Mamaroneck, taking advantage as they go to the locker room with a 1-0 lead.
Play Chelsea Dagger.
So 3 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first period. And Carducci, who we discussed before the game, hasn't done as much scoring, been looking for his teammates, tried to set up a few teammates there, but finally decided to take it himself and goes top shelf.
That was his only option, and that was the best decision he could have made as they go into the lead, the locker room with the lead. Good job of Mamaroneck also just taking advantage of the power play.
Harrison Freed wins the face and gets it to Wetruba. Over to Freifeld. Dente now clears the zone. Pelham with an opportunity here as Alvarez skates down the middle, has the shot deflected high, stays on the glass, so no stoppage in play as Watrova clears the zone. Freifeld then tries to fight for it, and Alvarez sends it back in. 2:30 remaining here in the first period. Freifeld racing to the puck, but not in time, as it will be icing, and Pelham will have a face-off in the Mamaroneck zone.
Mamaroneck really didn't like that call, as it looked like they got there before the ref blew the whistle. It was a pretty close call.
Got to figure they're always going to err on the side of safety, and those types of speed skating moments to a puck up against the board can often end in injury. So the referee might have decided just to be more careful and call the icing maybe a hair early, to your point. Pelham able to keep it in the zone momentarily, and once again in the zone, Goldman has an opportunity, sends it around. Watrova gets it over to Boren. Boren and Nadif, the two freshmen, able to clear the puck. And now Charlie Dente, third freshman on the ice at the same time. Got to say, all these freshmen getting some serious playing time, Cameron, bodes well for the program's continued excellence.
And they're stepping up pretty well, too.
Sholzenko with an opportunity, has it poked away. Tries to send it on net, goes behind the goal, comes around to Watrova, who sends it back over to Dente, and Mamaroneck will set up after clearing it. Puck flies out of play, and we'll have a line change and a face-off. So Mamaroneck getting on the board first, as we said, was one of the keys to the game. You can see how they're playing with a little bit more freedom now, Cameron.
Yeah, they started off a little sloppy, but took advantage of a great opportunity with the power play and going to the locker room with the lead, and hopefully they'll play the same way throughout the rest of the game.
Well, let's be careful. There are still 75 seconds left in the first period. I'd like to say that they're going to go to the locker room with the lead, but you know how hockey can change on a dime.
Absolutely.
A nifty play there by Kleinberger. Has it taken away. Mamaroneck sends it back in. The Pelham crowd definitely liked the physicality there as Schreiber sends it over to Carducci. Carducci takes it across the blue line, leaves it for Light. Light loses control of the puck, and Carducci takes it right back. You can see the superior stick handling and skating of Michael Carducci on display there. Sends it across, no dice there. Tucci Giroux had it for a moment. And another stoppage. Tripping is the call. Hooking, rather, is the call. So Mamaroneck will have a power play going into the second period, the final 15 seconds, and then another minute 15 of the second period. We'll see if they can do anything with these last 15. Carducci wins the face, gets it to Freed. Over to Schreiber. Schreiber tries to get it on net, does. Poked away by Ronan. 3, 2, 1. No shot as it's deflected away by Jack Freed, and that will do it for the first period. So at the end of one, it is Mamaroneck 1, Pelham nothing. We'll be back on LMC Varsity Sports. Mamaroneck controls the action to start the second, winning the face-off and getting it into the Pelham zone as we switch sides here, as is tradition, of course. Almost could have been a hooking on Lavin. Ooh, shot. Kicked wide by Freed. 45 seconds left in the Mamaroneck power play. Tigers in no hurry. Schreiber races to it, touches it up. Oh, they have an opportunity here. Shot. Sails high. Harrison Freed keeps it in. 22 seconds left in the power play. Pelham able to clear the zone, and Harrison Freed retreats to set up yet again. Almost a bad turnover there by Watrova. He recovers and sends it in as Harrison Schreiber controls it. Thinks about getting it to Carducci. Oh, nice pass there, and a shot, and score for Colin Lavin.
Who scored that?
Great shot by Lavin.
That turnover by Pelham was pretty costly as Mamaroneck scored to get a 2-0 lead.
Okay, what number is Colin?
Just as Pelham gets to even strength, Lavin puts it in the back of the net, and Mamaroneck is up 2-0 with 13:40 to play in the second.
Pelham left them wide open down in the meat area where you don't want to leave someone open, and it cost them.
Tucherone on the face-off that time, loses it to Pelham, sends it back into their own zone. Tucherone here with an opportunity, with a nice shot, nice pass. Shot off the side of the net, and the moorings come free for the goal, and we will have a stoppage in play.
Great pressure by Mamaroneck right off the face-off, just going right at him.
Good aggressiveness there by Tucherone to realize, after losing the face, to chase the puck all the way in. So Tucherone once again on the face-off, facing Timmy Solomini. Senior versus senior. Giroux with the shot is deflected high and out of play. So we'll have another face-off. Much sharper play towards the end of the first period and here in the beginning of the second by Mamaroneck. Good fight there on the near boards. Mamaroneck knocks it free, but Pelham gets control and puts a shot on net, and Freed is up to the challenge. Easy save there by Freed.
As I said earlier, Mamaroneck had the lead after the first period, and they're playing with a lot more fire and fury, and they're putting the pressure on Pelham, and they're feeling it.
Tucherone once again with the solid face-off. Mamaroneck tries to clear it. Pelham does a good job keeping it in. There is Rassam. Physical play against Shulzenko. Lucas Pearson gets it over to Tucherone. He goes to the ice. And Evans now controls it for Pelham. Tied up by Lucas Pearson. They flick it high to clear it. Rassam tries to send it back in, but ends up hitting Tucherone. Now Pearson has it taken away by Goldman. Pelham coming back. Good save there as Freed blocks every opportunity that Goldman had on that shot.
Pelham's getting angry. They're bodying players left and right that play right in the middle of the ice. They want to score that goal.
They're definitely playing more physically than Mamaroneck, but physicality does not always win the day. McLean skates through a couple of Mamaroneck defenders, but can't do anything with the puck. It's now sent into the corner. Pelham has it. Shot sails wide. Pelham keeps it in the zone, sends it around the boards. Stopped behind the net. Oh, and it goes in front. And the shot is wide, but the goal comes off its moorings. And we'll have a face-off in Mamaroneck zone.
As I said, Pelham's putting a lot more pressure on now that they're down 2-0. Trying to score a goal and get back in the game a little bit.
Playing with a bit of desperation.
Exactly.
Definitely seen in their attacking nature to go along with the overall physicality.
Let's hope as they're doing this, Mamaroneck does not get a penalty and waste an opportunity.
Definitely not playing like a 5-7-3 team here, as you can basically throw out the record books when these two teams face each other but once a year. Wojtroba has it, tries to send it around, gets it right back, and Mamaroneck starts their approach. Clears out of the zone, but he is a little overeager, and his teammate had not cleared the zone before he went back in.
Trying to score that one goal again and get back in the game.
So now that Mamaroneck is up 2-0, there still is that urgency where they want to get that third goal, because up 2-0, if Pelham scores, it is suddenly 2-1, and the pressure goes back on the team in the lead to make sure they don't cough that lead up. Good job there by Tommy Light to keep it in momentarily. Pelham finally clears it and is now on the attack. Shot saved by Freed. Another shot saved by Freed. Clutches it to his body, and we'll have a face-off.
As you said,
10:43 remaining.
As you said, I think Mamaroneck is starting to feel the pressure from Pelham, and they're trying to get as much out of it, or get the puck out of the zone as much as possible. But Jack Freed's doing an awesome job keeping everything out of the net.
He has really stepped up since Gargiulo has left the team and has really taken a stranglehold on the goalkeeping position, which will be key for this team as they march forward into the postseason with hopes of a state championship, as they always are. Another stoppage in play. And we'll have a face-off in the neutral zone. It'll be Freed against Kraftowitz, the two captains. Freed pokes it back, goes all the way to the end. And there's Lavin, one of the 2 goals scored today. Wojtroba. Now to Conley. Pelham keeps it in the zone, and it is finally cleared. There is Lavin chasing it down. He has it behind. Freed misses his opportunity for the wraparound. Wojtroba sends it across off the glass. And now Pelham fights to get it out of their own zone. Montanarella facing Wojtroba, leaves it for Alvarez, who cannot control it. And now there is Freed on the other side. He has a teammate in front, keeps it, tries to go top shelf a little high. Shot is no good, and here comes Pelham back the other way. Ben Boren coming off the line change, almost chased that down for an offensive opportunity, but it squirted just far of his stick. Wojtroba sends it back in with some correction. That's Ryan DeHaza. And now here comes Kleinberger the other way.
Mamaroneck's got to start making quick and more crisp passes if they want to gain even more of a lead and maybe even, score more.
Put it out of reach. Good pass there by Conley. Oh, and a solid hit by Alex McQueen. Puts Boren on his back. Boren jumps up and makes a nice pass across the crease, but doesn't have a teammate there to poke it in. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the second period. Mamaroneck still with a 2-0 lead. Pelham with a brief opportunity there as they cross the blue line. Franchini tries to get it in front. The weak attempt is turned away though, and here comes Carducci. He's got a man on his hind side, puts the puck on net, it's deflected away. Here comes Evans. They find Carducci again, he races forward. He's got Goldman on his side. Decides to leave it for Schreiber, who races to the puck with his superior speed. Schreiber with a nice stop and pass to Carducci, who gets it across the other side. Shot is no good by Tommy Light. Good defense by Ryan DeHasia. Tries to send it clear. It's handled by Kraftowitz rather. Tommy Light pauses in the neutral zone, leaves it for Ryan DeHasia. Waiting for Schreiber to clear the zone. Opportunity for Freed, puts it on net, save by Ronan. Petrova guarding the blue line. Battle for the puck with Freed. Good job getting it across by Petrova over to Dente. Petrova now gets it up to Conley. And we have a whistle and a stop. 29, Devin Alvarez, the senior forward with the cross check, will be 1:30 in the box and another power play opportunity for Mamaroneck.
See if they take advantage of it, start putting the game out of reach for Pelham and score maybe one or even two more goals.
Carducci will handle the face-off against Nate Rosenberg. Rosenberg wins the face-off. Pelham unable to clear it successfully. Freed turns it over, and this time Rosenberg clears it. Petrova goes to the ice, loses possession momentarily, but Pelham unable to do anything with it once again. Schreiber now has it as Mamaroneck sets up their attack. Carducci comes across. Good timing pass from Schreiber. Carducci with the shot. No good as he goes sailing into the boards and appears to be hurt. We'll take a break in action and be back in just a moment. So we're back. Carducci is fine. He popped right up. He's a hockey player, folks. Good job by Petrova there to stop the clear. Mamaroneck still controls it with 50 seconds left, and now Pelham's Kraftowitz is able to clear it. 45 seconds left in the power play. Petrova with some nice skating gets it over to Carducci. Carducci with the pass to Petrova. Pelham takes it the other way. Kleinberger looks to shoot, has it blocked by Freed, and we have another stoppage in play. 15 seconds left in the Mamaroneck power play. They are up 2-0 with 4:23 remaining in the second period.
Nice block on the shot by Freed, and pretty much saved for his brother. So
did his brother's job there by making the save about 50 feet away from the goal. Connor Evans controls it into the offensive zone, puts a shot on goal. Freed deflects it wide, and it hops up into the back of the net. So we'll have a stoppage and a face-off as the penalty is now over. Good penalty kill there by Pelham, as the Pelicans could not afford another goal in that opportunity for Mamaroneck.
I think if Mamaroneck did score in that play, Pelham would have had a lot more pressure and a lot more aggravation towards them, because they have played very well against Mamaroneck in the past few years. But good job again by Mamaroneck.
Puck is underneath. Freed covers up. It squirted just under his leg pad, but he got his leg down to trap it in between his leg and the leg pad. So we'll have another face-off with 3:55 remaining in the second. Freed sends it over to the far boards. Connolly almost with a hit in the back, which would have been a bad penalty to take with 3:45 remaining. Ryan DeHazer does a good job sending it around. Mamaroneck clears it, and now here comes Freed. He's solo. Shot is behind the goalie. Everyone lost it for a moment. Thought maybe it sailed wide, but it went under his pads. And then Ronan was able to fall on it backwards to save the puck.
Great job by Freed, just going in there pretty much freely and almost scoring.
Smart play by him to keep it and shoot rather than try and find a teammate, because they ended up leaving him alone, as you pointed out, Cameron. Pelham sends it around. Ryan DeHazer handles it, gets it over to Conley, who has it taken away. Here's another opportunity. This time Conley loses it with 2:59 remaining. Ronan covers up to avoid the onslaught.
Conley kind of diminished his own chance of scoring as he went right into the Pelham defenseman and got pretty much bodied.
Spacing is the most important thing a hockey player can learn and appreciate. And the junior forward, who has played very well this season, did a poor job of it there, but he knows what he needs to do and will improve.
I think he felt it too.
Yeah, exactly. Tucherone gives chase behind the net. Now fights to poke it free. He's got the shot, takes the shot, sails wide. Ryan DeHazer chases it down, keeps it in for Matt Marcus. Marcus gets it in front, and the shot is scored by Tucherone. So, 3 times a charm. He's had several different opportunities. This, I think, was the third solid opportunity for Matt Tucherone, and the 6'1" senior forward puts it in the back of the net for the third goal.
Yeah, good job by Tucherone, just keeping at it and creating a chance for not only himself, but another teammate to put in the back of the net.
So Tucherone with 2:24 remaining scores to make it 3-0 Mamaroneck, and now they have that stranglehold that they wanted. With 2:24 remaining going into the third period, it looks to be all Mamaroneck here today.
AJ, who's it from?
Matt Marcus on the assist there. Poking it out in front to Tucciaroni. 2 minutes remaining. Pelham with 12 shots on goal to Mamaroneck's 10. They've definitely had their opportunities, but Jack Freed has stood tall in the net and played well. Oh, and another one goes off the post. This one from Tommy Light. It is a shooting gallery here in the second period, as Tommy Light goes to the far post, and you can hear the ping as he scores the goal.
Yeah, again, he's left wide open in the area. You don't want to leave any player open, and Pelham has to pay for it now.
To your point earlier, spacing is crucial, and when you find a player in the offensive zone with the puck and that much room, it makes it very difficult for the goalie to be able to continue to stop these shots. Carducci with the face-off against Timmy Solomini. Pelham sends it into the far side, and we have a cross-check penalty. The minor cross-check on Chris Watrova. He is none too pleased about that. That'll give the last 90 of the last 96 seconds remaining here in the second to a Pelham power play. Let's see what this penalty kill squad can do for Mamaroneck as the puck is sent into the Pelham zone, killing a few seconds off this power play.
And that was not a good penalty taken by Watrova, as Pelham still they score 1 or 2 goals off of it and regain their lead a little bit.
Carducci with some nifty skating goes between his legs and around the back of the goal, unable to get a shorthanded shot on goal there. Got to watch the spacing there on defense. Make sure they don't give too much room to these Pelham shooters. Good stop there by Giroux. Carducci catches it out of midair. He's got a teammate. The shot goes off the pipe by Schreiber. Ricochet sails wide, and Pelham is back on the attack. They send that shot to flex into the netting, and we'll have a face-off with 24 seconds remaining in the period, 18 seconds on the power play for Pelham.
Great job of Mamaroneck capitalizing on some opportunities. And again, we saw Carducci, I believe that was, setting up his own other teammates and letting them have an opportunity to score.
That is proving to be a very effective weapon for these Mamaroneck Tigers in these last several weeks, as he has been involved in most of the scoring opportunities. Lavin gets it on the goal, and the rebound is handled by the goalie. Some words exchanged there between Pelham and Mamaroneck. We have 4 seconds in the penalty kill, 9.7 remaining in the period. Freed fights for possession on the face-off. Pelham sends it far down the ice. Ryan DeHasia sends it back, and that will do it here for the end of the second period. Mamaroneck climbs to a 4-0 lead going into the third and final period of regulation play. We'll be back on LMC Varsity Sports. So here we are in the third period. The Zamboni was out in between periods 1 and 2 and 3. With Cameron Gossamer, I'm Stephen Astis, coming to you for LMC Varsity Sports at the Hammocks Park Ice Rink. Mamaroneck with a 4-0 lead and some furious action to start the third period in front of Mamaroneck's goal by Pelham. Shot sails wide there. Mamaroneck fighting for possession. Pelham still controls it. Centering pass finds no one. There is an opportunity to flex off of Freed's pad. Drew Montanarella unable to convert on the shot.
What a save by Jack Freed, go from one side of the net to the other. Pretty much stopping one of the hardest shots he's faced tonight already.
Montanarella had the open net and Freed closed the distance masterfully. Another opportunity there for Pelham, but Solomini cannot get his stick on the puck. They go behind the net. Pass out in front, stolen by Lavin. Here comes Conley. Conley tripped up and sent to the ice. No call as the shoulder was put into him just before the tripping occurred. Centering pass by Freed is unproductive as no one was there to receive it. There is Ryan Giroux. He fights off the Pelham attacker, gets to the puck, sends it over to Wasong. Wasong gets it again, loses control. He is triple teamed there. Sends it clear, and now Lavin chases it down along with Conley. Lavin has an opportunity. Puck remains free, but Ronan gets his glove on it and covers up. We'll have a face-off with 12:55 remaining.
Both teams came out of the locker room with some nice energy. Both having some pretty good chances, and only like, what, a minute in to the third period.
Natural human nature to sort of exhale and relax a little bit when you have a 4-goal lead with 1 period remaining. But Mamaroneck definitely wants to keep their foot on the gas here and not let Pelham any opportunities to get back in this game. Pass to Pearson, doesn't make it all the way there. Watrova stops it, sends it back in as Mamaroneck clears the zone. Dente keeps it in, tries to get it over to Matt Marcus. Marcus sends Rosenberg to the ice and now chases Evans down. Watrova thinks about sending it across to Dente. Instead, he leaves it for Tucciaroni. Now Watrova gets it back. There goes Pearson sending it in as he's called over to the ice for Harrison Shriver. They're called over to the bench. Pelham trying to get something going here in the third period. 11.5 minutes remaining. Tommy Light races across. A little confusion there with Harrison Shriver. Pelham sends it all the way around. And now Watrova puts a nice hit on Solomini. Solomini now with the shot deflected by Watrova. And here comes Tommy Light. Sails around the near boards and back over to Watrova. Deflected off the boards by Watrova to Tommy Light. And there's Harrison Shriver and Carducci. Shriver keeps it in the zone. Gets it over to Carducci. Goes in front. Ronan has to fight to get it away. The rebound is not handled. Cleared free. And there was Giroux getting it back in. And Ronan gloves it to stop play.
It's like Pelham here is playing a little bit better defense and covering the whole ice instead of leaving one man in an area where you don't want to leave him, which is like right in a slot area.
To your point, Cameron, it's a tricky little situation. They want to remain aggressive, but they cannot give up too much on the defensive end. Otherwise, it becomes 5-0, even 6-0 if they're not careful. Shot sails wide there by Michael Torrey. Goes all the way around and down behind Mamaroneck's goal. Puck sent over to Max Nordiff. Michael Torrey now has it. Changes direction. Carries across. Has it taken away by Rick Alvarez. Alvarez keeps it. Nice stick handling there by Alvarez. Sends it around to Montanarella. And now Nordiff clears it along with Ben Boren. Icing is the call. It will go back down to the Mamaroneck end. Again, some good playing time for these freshmen, gaining valuable experience as they go into the postseason and then on to future seasons, maintaining the strength of this Mamaroneck program.
I think they're also having very good shifts in keeping up with the aggressiveness, hitting players, even sometimes getting hit themselves, but that's okay.
There is Conley racing. He's clear and scores! Clears himself of the defender with his speed and puts it top shelf for the 5th goal of the game.
It's kind of out of reach now as Mamaroneck set up their own players and they're successful with it. It's a good job by pretty much that whole shift.
So Mamaroneck pouring it on here as they want to avenge this 8-game losing streak they have been suffering to the Pelham Pelicans in the past few years, dating all the way back to the sectional semifinal loss here in overtime. I think the streak might have even emanated from before that pivotal game when Mamaroneck first had their sights set on a state championship. It was the following season that they ended up capturing the championship. Good play in the neutral zone here by both teams. There is Connor Evans fighting to maintain possession. Gets it all the way up to Michael Goldman, who's unable to put a shot on goal. Leaves it for Sholzenko, who has it taken away. Stays in the zone, back behind the Mamaroneck goal. 8:45 remaining here in the final period. Freed leaves it for Conley. Conley shot high, deflected off the blocker of Ronan. Watroba pokes it away to keep it in the zone. Still in the zone, now sends it behind the Pelham goal. Whistle, and we'll have a penalty in the neutral zone. Offsides is the call. Did I say penalty? I meant a face-off. Offsides is the call. Pelham still with the lead in shots on goal, 14-13. Mamaroneck obviously making the most of their opportunities.
Yeah, they've capitalized on some major mistakes made by Pelham, as I said before, the spacing, leaving a man open, and it's cost them.
Carducci back to Watroba. Dente wisely didn't chase that too hard as Jake Ryan was setting up for a vicious hit, as Pelham has been the more physical team here today, but Mamaroneck the superior one. Shot by Carducci. Rebound covered up by Ronan, and we'll have a face-off in the Pelham zone. 7:40 remaining, 5-0 Mamaroneck.
Again, their crew just pretty much skated in there easily, almost had another goal.
With Cameron Gossamer, I'm Stephen Astis, coming to you from Hommocks Park Ice Rink. We bring you Mamaroneck versus Pelham, the second to last game of the regular season. Oh, and that shot for Watroba finds its way all the way through to the back of the net, and it is 6-0 Mamaroneck.
That looked like it might have been deflected a little bit, but I think Pelham just in itself just looks completely defeated.
Might have gotten a deflection, so it could be an assist to Watrova. But it was a shot from the blue line. Snuck in on the far side, on Ronan's glove side. Stayed low. It did seem like the puck sort of changed a little bit of direction. And we have a goal change. So we'll be back in just a moment. 7:36 remaining. Mamaroneck now with the lead in shots on goal, 15-14, and it is 6-0 Mamaroneck here on LMC Varsity Sports. Freifeld wins the face-off. Pelham controls it momentarily though. Sam Giroux tries to clear it. Pelham does a good job keeping it in. Shot on goal there, deflected wide. Puck lost in the near boards for a moment. Good physicality there from Thomas Wojciechowski. Giroux finds a teammate, deflects off of Freifeld, and covered up by Freed. A little bit of extracurricular action there, but incidental. Now 6:44 remaining. Wholesale changes for Mamaroneck, leaving Carducci out there with Watrova. Jack Davelman. Pass there from Jackson Baker. Carducci tries to go around. The wraparound is a little wide. Watrova. Shot was glanced off his stick. Carducci tripped, looking for the call, and gets it. So we'll have a power play for Mamaroneck. Also on the ice is junior defenseman Annabelle Levinson, seeing her first action of the game. So Michael Torrey and Sam Giroux on the ice with Carducci, Tommy Light, and Tom Conley. Kept in by Giroux. Light with it. Fakes out one defender, fakes the same defender out again, gets it to Carducci. Carducci sends it to the corner. Conley gets it back. Light has it, tries a centering pass, no good. Giroux over to Carducci. Shot is deflected wide. Michael Torrey gets it to Conley. 30 seconds remaining in the power play. 5:15 remaining in the game.
Looks like Mamaroneck kind of just completely outplaying them as Pelham just chasing the puck around and trying to keep them from scoring anymore.
Giroux tries to leave it for Carducci, who was racing a little too fast to get that leave pass. There's Ben Boren racing across. Oh, Carducci tries to find Boren. Sails past Boren's stick and ends up as an icing. players exchanging words as it's getting a little chippy here with a little bit over 4.5 remaining. I think Pelham's feeling the sting of this 6-goal deficit. A little bit of sweet revenge here from this Mamaroneck team, putting it on the Pelham Pelicans. Icing is the call once again as the puck sails all the way down the ice. Ryan DeHasia and Wasong on the defense, along with Ben Boren, Jack DeLay, and Max Nodiff. Shot blocked short of the goal. Here comes Nodiff. Shot good. A goal for the freshman. Max Nodiff goes top shelf over the glove side of Alexis Peters. It is 7-0 Mamaroneck.
What a shot by Nodiff, just complete wrists it right in. Freshman capitalizing on their opportunities here.
They're trying to get the puck from the referee as that is Nodiff's first goal of the season.
Same thing.
A special moment for the freshmen playing varsity hockey on this state-ranked team. That kind of confidence builder can definitely serve them well in the postseason when they can expect scoring potential from so many different sources. The Song does a good job to get his stick on that puck, stop it from sailing all the way down. Mamaroneck with the long pass by Wasong. Back and forth, they move the puck around. Good job there from Wojciechowski. Approaching 3:30 remaining in the third period. Shot, kick save wide by Freed. One thing is for sure, with 3 minutes remaining, Freed still in the goal as Coach Schiaparelli wants to give him every opportunity to get as much experience as possible with a team that is trying to score desperately, as that kind of experience will be invaluable in the postseason, as Freed once again with the save. 18 shots on goal, 18 saves here in the shutout, working for the freshman goaltender.
And Freed pretty much has stepped up big time, as he was really the only main goalie besides Kevin Arbo.
Shot through traffic and a scrum at the net and some extracurricular activity as they charge Jack Freed at the goal as he makes the stop, and he has his teammates come to his defense. Good showing there by Mamaroneck, not putting up with any of that extracurricular play from the Pelicans.
Looks like it might be a 4-on-4 over here, because
so the roughing penalty from Sholzenko is matched from the unsportsmanlike conduct by Watroba. But again, there are times in hockey you just have to come to your teammate's defense, especially your goalie's defense, who is somewhat helpless behind all of that padding.
I'm sorry, I'm going to stand up for a second.
You can hear Watroba in the penalty box below us talking about how he's going to stand up to it for his goalie, and rightfully so. You just got to watch the penalty action that ensues.
Pelham just took an unnecessary penalty right there, and it's kind of given up at this point.
Alex McLean with a little extra chippiness there. Now makes it 5-on-4. A lot of banter between these two penalty boxes below us. Approaching 2 minutes to go in the third period. Timmy Solimini has it taken away by Giroux. Giroux has the opportunity for a shot. Nice lead. And the shot just wide by Tucciaroni.
Right here. Hey, guys!
So the trash talking going back and forth, Cameron, between your classmate Chris Watrova and the two players in the penalty box for Pelham.
I think it's all in frustration as Pelham is not happy with the way things are going tonight. As
they are feeling the sting of this game for sure. Good save there by Freed. It was going to sail wide, but the kick save works just as well. Lucas Pearson does a good job there clearing the zone. Giroux chases it down, sends it over to Annabelle Levinson. Levinson tries to get it to Tucciaroni. Pearson chases it down. Pelham still has it behind their own goal. 1 minute. 1 minute left in the game. Nice try there by Pearson to wrap it around. And another shot attempt by Pearson as he's knocked to the ground. Good job from Levinson blocking that away. 40 seconds left. So hooking penalty on number 18, Matt Tucciaroni, will give Pelham a power play for the last 32.6 seconds of action.
they've got one more opportunity to try and put a score on the board, but it's all in Mamaroneck's favor at this point.
You know that Jack Freed wants this shutout badly.
Absolutely.
20 seconds left as Freifeld gives chase. There's Ryan DeHasia. And he sends it all the way down on the goal, so there will be no icing. 8 seconds left, 5 seconds, and that will do it. We'll see if Pelham can put a shot on it. And they do not get the shot off, so the final is Mamaroneck 7, Pelham nothing. Dominant from start to finish are the Mamaroneck Tigers, and they snap the losing streak to the Pelham Pelicans.
What a performance by really the whole team, especially Jack Freed with the shutout against a pretty dominant team over the past 5 years of Pelham, and still a sweet revenge from Mamaroneck.
So sportsmanship is the name of the game here, as you see players going to shake hands at center ice. You know there was some bad blood here on the ice. We'll see if they can leave it there.
It's always good to see some great sportsmanship like this after a back and forth game, after a lot of frustration, especially from Pelham and Mamaroneck in the beginning.
So we'll be back in just a minute. This is the first win for the Mamaroneck Tigers over Pelham in 8 seasons. We'll be back with post-game reaction and post-game interview here on LMC Varsity Sports.
So here with Michael Carducci, senior captain of the varsity team. So how does it feel to get this win against Pelham after not beating them for the past how many years?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, we've had some tough losses to them in the past, and just to finally bring out a win, especially at home, it's got a great feeling.
How much did you guys feel capitalizing on the opportunities you guys had and after many mistakes that they made, defensively especially?
Well, just like I said, like, you know, beating Pelham is a feeling I haven't had in a while. I mean, capitalizing on power plays and, you know, our opportunities, I mean, definitely helped us and stuff. And yeah, we're lucky enough to, you know, take out a win.
What does it feel like to get 7 goals and you being one of them and setting up your teammates to score many others?
It feels good. I mean, you know, we had they beat us by a good margin 2 years ago. You know, it feels good to finally, you know, stick it to them.
I'm here with Coach Chaparelli after a 7-0 shutout victory against Pelham. Coach, this win was a long time coming, 8 seasons since you last beat them. Yeah. How do you all feel?
2010, long time. A lot of tough games with them. I didn't realize they had won that many in a row, to be honest with you. But I know it's always a tough game we play them, and our power play came through big today. It gave us a big start in the game. We got 3 power play goals.
You have several freshmen that are getting significant playing time. To see them play so well today, what does that do for your team moving forward into the postseason?
Well, we have a really good group of young kids. Our JV team is undefeated. And these guys, we got 5 freshmen and I think 4 sophomores on the varsity. So we got a lot of young kids getting some time already.
This team, while maybe not quite as dominant as some of the teams in the past, seems to be fully capable to march forward into the postseason and have a nice long run. What are your expectations?
We are a very good defensive team, maybe one of the best teams around. So if you play good defense in the playoffs, you can win any game. So we got a shot anytime we go out there with the defense we're playing.
Jack Fried, another freshman between the pipes, has really stepped up really well for you.
I think he leads the section in save percentage. He's doing a great job. We're very happy with him. He's very calm. He plays really well, and the pressure doesn't seem to get to him. So we like it, and our defense has been very consistent all year. They do a pretty good job in front of him.
So that'll wrap it up here from Homix Park Ice Rink. Cameron, a fantastic performance by Mamaroneck tonight, and really a nice capper on the entire season.
Absolutely. They capitalized on many opportunities that they had, and off of the Pelham mistakes, leaving the guys open, as we mentioned earlier during the game, and just an all-out great performance by the whole team.
It got a little chippy towards the end. Not too surprising considering the losing streak that Mamaroneck had been suffering through against this team, and they were able to get their revenge today.
I think also Pelham was very frustrated because despite the way the game was going, 7-0 shutout, yeah, couldn't get any worse.
So for Cameron Gossamer, this is Steve Anastas, and for LMC Sports TV, we're proud to bring you Mamaroneck hockey. Until we see you again, have a great night.